You wouldn't have polished off that pint of Ben & Jerry's if you had any willpower, right? Well, then again, anything in moderation's okay, and you don't do it that often. And you know what? When you polished off that pint of Ben & Jerry's, you ate guilt-free chicken parm first, so maybe you shouldn't feel that bad. Are you wondering why I'm attacking you here about having willpower and eating in moderation? I'm not attacking you. Actually, what I want to do is point out how some of this inspiration you might be getting, like having willpower and eating guilt-free, might actually be sabotaging you versus empowering and inspiring and helping you. Hey everyone, I'm Keri Glassman. Welcome to your most nutritious life. So I want to take a look today at these three terms: willpower, moderation, and guilt-free, and how they are often used, overused, abused, and can be detrimental and damaging to your weight goals as well as your overall health goals and your happiness. Let's start with willpower. Willpower is something that I've always had really strong feelings about, really strong negative feelings. I am not a fan of using the term willpower. I'm not a fan of thinking about having willpower. To me, maybe not to you, but to me it has always been really negative energy. I'm never gonna have pizza and I'm gonna go out to dinner and avoid the bread basket forever. It's really negative energy. And what does negative energy do, aside from the fact that you're not happy when you have negative energy? Who wants to feel negative all the time? It's much more fun and inspiring, and you just feel better being positive. But aside from that, negative energy can actually be really detrimental to your health and your weight. All of that negative energy, I can't have that bread, I can't have that bread, can increase your stress, which increases your stress hormone cortisol. What that does is it causes you to actually gain weight in your midsection, and it actually causes you to want to eat that bread basket even more. When you're stressed and your cortisol increases, you crave the worst types of foods. You crave foods like the bread and the pasta. So if you say to yourself, I'm not gonna eat the pasta, I'm not gonna eat the pasta, or I'm not gonna eat the bread, I'm not gonna eat the bread, guess what? Not only are you increasing your stress hormone, which is bad for you to begin with, but you're also putting yourself in a losing situation. You're putting yourself in a worse position to actually want that bread even more. If you flip it around and have more positive energy and think about what you can have, positive energy trumps willpower any day of the week. So if you think about what you can have, I can have this great arugula salad to start the meal, and I can have blueberries for dessert. You're changing your attitude. You're putting yourself in a positive mindset, and not only do you feel happier and are you more inspired, but you are not increasing your cortisol. You're not increasing that stress, and that puts you in a much better position. Next, I want to talk about moderation. Moderation seems really reasonable, right? And I have to say, I have even used it here and there. But I use it very carefully. It's not something I just throw out. Yeah, eat that in moderation, eat this in moderation. Moderation is way too abstract to be effective. What does moderation mean to you? What does it mean to me? What does it mean to your friend over there? What does it mean to my mom? It means all different things to everyone. And for everything, it means something different. So again, it's too abstract to be effective, and it often just makes us really use it as an excuse. We say, anything in moderation. I can eat that, it's moderation. Well, eating your pizza in moderation when you've had it 8 nights in a row is not moderation. So, and it really, again, it just means something different to everybody. And so, for example, something like those orange fluorescent chips that so many junk food brands make out there, really, there's no moderation for those. Those are bad foods, and I will say bad foods because some people don't think you should say good foods, bad foods. There are bad foods, friends, but that does not make you a bad person because you're eating them. But yes, there are bad foods, and those fluorescent orange chippy things are bad foods. There's no moderation. If you eat one here or there, again, you're not a bad person. You are not gonna gain 20 pounds in one sitting. However, I wouldn't give you a number as far as eating them in moderation about once a week. There's no moderation. We should try to get them out of our diet altogether. Something like broccoli, for example. What would I say for moderation there? No moderation. Have as much broccoli as you want. Very different than what I would say for alcohol and for some chippy type thing, even to the same person. So if moderation isn't working for you and it's not helping you to eat better and you're really just using it as an excuse, ditch the term and come up with some better, more concrete, effective ways of giving yourself goals to eat healthy and get in all the good stuff, but also learn how to indulge in a conscious manner. The last term that I want to talk about is guilt-free. If the term guilt-free is something that you've been using to describe maybe the way you're making your homemade lasagna, or that you've been eating some packaged cookie that's guilt-free, that it says guilt-free, you know, those big marketing terms they put onto packaged foods. If that's been staring at you when you're going down the grocery aisle and you've been like, oh, guilt-free, I can eat these chocolate cookies. So if that term has been affecting the choices you're making when it comes to food and your diet, I want you to take a close look at how it's really making you feel. To me, guilt-free, that term, is really just a master miserable motivator. That's because, let's say you did have that lasagna guilt-free, right? Well, then why do you feel guilty the next time you're, let's say, maybe having an extra breadstick, right? You're still feeling guilty about food. Or the next time you eat a regular piece of lasagna, are you feeling guilty? So guilt-free to me just insinuates that you should feel guilty when you're eating the other type of regular lasagna, or you're eating something else like it, right? So it's just sort of exacerbating feelings of guilt around food. And feelings of guilt around food, again, it's similar to sort of willpower. It's just negative energy. I really like to get people to start thinking about how they can feel positive about food, positive, excited, motivated to put healthy foods in their body, and still positive and excited and empowered when they're putting foods in that are indulgences. If you feel good and excited and motivated and you don't have that cortisol stress hormone going crazy in your body, and you are putting these foods in, you will be putting these foods in, healthy foods into your body more often, there is room for conscious, mindful indulgences. So I would rather someone eat something in a conscious way, feel empowered. I can have this piece of lasagna versus, oh, I'm eating it, I can eat it, it's guilt-free. Now, I'm not saying to not take it up a notch when it comes to something like lasagna. I want you to, let's say, use grass-fed beef in there, and to use a whole wheat pasta if you're making it, and to add in loads of vegetables into that lasagna. So I want you to take it up a notch and make a healthier version. I'm not saying that we shouldn't, make things healthier, but don't label them guilt-free. And certainly don't be fooled by things like guilt-free cookies in the grocery store. Think about these foods you're eating in a healthier way. So if these terms, willpower and moderation and guilt-free, have actually been doing some damage to your diet, and this might take a moment, you might actually have to think about how you use these terms. Do they come into your life at all? If they do, and they have been working against you, I want you to make a few switches and mentally shift how you're viewing food. Switch, from willpower to I can eat this versus I can't have that, I can't have that. Switch from making things guilt-free to making things just uber healthy. So making these shifts can make you a lot healthier. It can also make you a lot happier. And it can just make you feel better and be more inspired to continue to live your most nutritious life. Check out below for more good stuff on feeling your best and feeling inspired and motivated by terms I love versus terms I don't love. And I'm excited to hear from you about what really works for you, what inspires you, what motivates you to want to eat healthier and feel better. Thanks so much for watching.